Hi, 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 hi. Welcome back to the World Twitch. We are back online for a final session, by the looks of things here, of the Roll for Wishes campaign, which has been a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish International. And we hit the goal. We had a great donation last week
Nice.
from, a big donation came in last week from Arjanasi. Topped us off and then some. So really cool to see that, and very glad that we are able to get her all said and done. If we decide that we're gonna go over and above, though, I'm not gonna argue. So if you're so intrigued, you can still donate for just a little bit longer to each of these lovely little campaigns, or to this campaign, I should say. The chat link is in the chat. Today's the day we wrap it all up, and we've been playing this campaign that has been written for the Make-A-Wish International Organization. It's one of their Roll for Wishes modules. We've been playing to be a Beastkeeper, and so far up until now, the party has gotten themselves. They were tasked by a animal sanctuary. Excuse me, to locate a series of mythical beasts that would that a young sick child would be able to take care of, and with, of course, the help of the animal sanctuary. So you guys have already captured for yourselves a griffin, or for her a griffin. You've already captured for her a dragon, which she's managed to befriend somehow. There's also a kraken, a little baby kraken that you guys carried in a bucket, and a phoenix that you guys watched get reborn from their withered state. Uh, you're now on the mission for the final creature that you know of, as everything in Noxtern seems to be in fives. And that creature is a unicorn. So, following the instructions of Z, who is the caretaker of the animal sanctuary, you went towards you went into a magical forest to try to locate this unicorn that seems to have been um, sequestered for some way, in some way, shape, or form, to their location, to try to convince this unicorn to come back to the animal sanctuary, where they have this beautiful open field and flowered and treed area that it could potentially frolic in. Um, on your way in, you found yourselves upon a uh, extremely tall hedge that, as you found your way through it by way of kind of blasting your way into it, realized this is not just a tall hedge. This is a tall hedge maze of some sort that you have to make, a labyrinth that you have to make your way through to get to the garden. You were accosted by vines that sought to grapple your party, and were able to extricate yourself, but not before some more vines it became apparent. And so you started to try to escape the vines. Uh, Tell me, this is going to be a skills check to get ourselves started here, folks. So, what are you going to do to try and help your party get escaped? And we're going to go with I'd say let's go with two successes means that you get past this. Two failures means oh dear. And nat 20s are two, and nat ones are likewise two. So let's see here. What would you guys do to try to escape this hail of vines that seems to be coming from either side of these hedges, to try to grapple and grip at your feet or at your face and your torso to hold you up against, which of course you don't want to have happen, as you've seen some skeletons wrapped up in vines here recently too. So, what are you guys going to do?
I will invoke the power of Hadar, the dark hunger. Tentacles of dark energy erupt from my body as they slash against the other vines who are trying to grab me. The
Very
vines need
nice.
to roll everything within 10 feet of me. Will
Okay.
have to roll a strength saving throw, and otherwise they take necrotic damage and cannot take a reaction, so that means I can flee without an attack of opportunity.
All right. Well, let's see how this goes then. Get. Let's see here. Let's go with this button right here to do the roll. DC of 13.
That's not so high
let's-
roll, but let's see.
Let's see here, indeed.
Take that, you plants!
They do fail by 1 point. So they're going to take, yeah, so as they start kind of reaching out at you, your arms, your thick and black vines start smacking back at these vines, and you can watch as they all kind of like, almost like they're shrieking back in pain, and withering as they're coming back towards the hedge, giving you just a little bit of a berth to be able to push through. I'm going to get you to roll a Arcana check, if you don't mind, please, too. Oh, that's a fail. You're able to protect yourself from being grappled. Nonetheless, it's not helping the rest of your party make their way through, though. All right, so Peleus and Vio, what are you guys going to do?
Can I try and use my survival skill?
How so? Describe how you're going to do it.
We're just trying to find my knowledge of plants in general, and maybe these vines specifically. Try and find weak points and exploit them.
Okay, go ahead. So your survival check there. I saw it. It was a 16. So you're going to be able to see that most of these vines, they seem to be reaching out from kind of the base of the hedges. So it's not actually like these are vines that are actually built into the hedges themselves. They reach out from the base of these hedges and then will slither up in through the hedges and out to you at the different levels that they're trying to get you at your head or at your ankles or what have you. But they all seem to source from the bottom, from the ground. So what are you going to do with that information?
I'm going to let everybody else know I've noticed that.
Okay.
I shout.
Yeah, and you guys are... I'm assuming you're running through this, which... you know what? Actually, roll a secondary survival check to see if you can keep your group together while doing it. That's just a pass. That's only just a pass. All right. So we got 1 success, 1 failure. Vio, it's now up to you. What are you going to do to try to help your group
oh dear.
get through this? Oh dear. What were you trying to do? What was your character going to do?
I thought we're... Oh,
no, that was just for Peleus.
We're going to roll. Okay. The vines are coming from underneath the ground, correct?
Yes.
I think Vio at this instance will rage and try to counter pull the vine.
Okay. All right, I'm going to get you to roll for me a strength check then.
Strength check.
Yeah. All right, that's just a pass as well. As you guys are trying to work your way through here, there's arms of Hadar that are just that are flipping at each of the vines and making them wither. The ones that the arms are not grasping, Vio is grasping and just yanking as they're running through, trying to uproot some, but certainly, or just simply tear apart other ones, with some direction is from Peleus as to where these vines are and which directions to go. You do eventually make your way through, but not without a little bit of damage along the way from all of these things coming in. Potentially, I should say. Has anybody got a AC lower than 17?
Me.
GM. Before
Okay.
we continue, 19 is just a pass.
10.
So, say that again there, Vio?
Is 19 is just a pass? I'm currently raging, and as a barbarian...
Oh, that's right, it's with advantage.
On...
Yeah, no, that's a strong one. So you're definitely ripping some of these things out of the ground. But you do have an AC that is under 17. And
yes,
so you guys are each going to... Oh, wow, that was a max dice. With the exception of Vio, who is raging and therefore will only take half damage of this bludgeoning variety. The rest of you guys each take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the vines reach out, pull, and either squeeze, or you just end up getting smacked by them on your way by, or something to that effect. You're still able to get through, and the vines, after a little while of seemingly trying to chase you, they kind of give up. And you are now
Wait, how much damage
deep.
is it?
10.
10.
And now you are deep in a hedge maze. Not necessarily certain which direction you're going to go. Let's let you see what it looks like. There we go. Bottom right corner is where you guys are.
Windy, how much damage? Did I take any damage in that? My armor class was 18.
Yeah, you took 10. Everybody took. Well, you took 10. Wet took 10, and Vio took 5 points of damage.
But his armor class was higher than what you said.
Oh, is it higher? I misheard. I misheard that. Then no, you're good to go. This one here.
Where's Uck? Where's Hut? I think we lost him along the way.
No,
Have you seen them?
With that survival check of a 10, I'm going to say you're right. They ended up getting separated from you.
Maybe they went somewhere else into the maze.
Well, Ook, he might be acting as an explorer. Ack, the explorer.
Now I'm apart from Hut. I already feel myself cooling down.
Oh, jeez. All right. So you find yourselves deep into this hedge maze, and you now have your map available to you. Let's see what we could do about getting your way through.
Peleus, lead
Which
the way.
way are you? So Peleus, which way are you going to go? Let's have some fun with this just a little bit.
Should we go north?
Right or left? North it is. So moving north. Anything that you guys are doing while you're also moving north?
I'm looking for traps.
Looking for
careful,
traps. Roll for me a perception
you-
check then, please.
Where you walk. 4.
So, with Peleus leading the way and these corridors in the hedges, it's a little difficult for you to see exactly what's in front of you all the way through. And therefore, don't give Peleus quite enough warning. Peleus, I'm going to get you to roll for me a dexterity saving throw, please.
This isn't good. No, 10.
That's 10 is not going to be enough. As you step, you can feel some of the what appears to be bramble and branches strewn about across the ground give way underneath your feet, and going to reach back, looking with your eyes wide back at Wet, you fall down into a pit with brambles kind of raining, the brambles that you just stepped through raining back down on your head. You're going to take a dice of damage. It is 3 points of bludgeoning damage, falling damage, as you fall down into this 10-foot pit. And you are now down a hole.
Poison.
I cannot try to grab him before he falls.
You could try. Yeah, you know what? I'll let you try, but it might be a bit of an interesting DC because of how bad his dex save was.
Acrobatics
Can I
or
assist?
athletics?
Let's go with
I am proficient.
let's go with
in,
athletics on this one.
Yeah, that's funny because I am proficient in athletics. I just realized, but my modifier is -1.
Not bad.
Okay,
I just don't
yeah.
like going to the gym.
That unfortunately is not enough to prevent keep him from falling all the way down. It is perhaps enough for you to fall may not get pulled in yourself, but he does definitely fall in.
Elias, are you alright?
I grasp for his hand and miss. Dust myself off.
Were there spikes or
No spikes, just a pit.
just a bit?
Can I try and climb
Are you
out?
are you okay? Did you hurt yourself?
No, I'm fine. Just a bit of bruising. Just my ego.
Athletics check to pull out.
Can I jump across?
Yeah, it's not a long pit. You get a sense that you could probably drop. I mean, you know what? Regular jumping distance is what, 15 feet? You can jump across that, yeah.
Okay, I will first jump across,
And with your
then I will pull up Peleus.
Awesome. So you pull across, you jump across and kind of lay down flat on the ground, reach your arm in. Peleus easily jumps up high enough with an 18 on his athletics checks to grasp your hand and pull himself up to the edge where he can pull himself up the rest of the way. Vio can also jump across without too much hassle.
There's an advantage to weighing nothing at all.
Before we went here, did we had a long rest, right?
You
Or
did
had I
have a
used
long
stuff
rest before
before?
you went here, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so there we go. We are now across my lovely pit trap, and you have another. Well, looking ahead, you realize that this hedge maze kind of ends, and so we kind of got only one direction to go. As you go through here, you now have a choice. You can continue to go north, or you can continue to go west now.
I can
What do you
see
guys
the
wanna
map.
do?
I can see all the map.
Yep, I did that on purpose.
Yeah. We'll
What do you guys wanna do?
We'll go north from here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Always
so
go
you're gonna
north.
go north.
Hmm.
All right.
The Pet Shop Boys
Through
always
here.
said go west, but okay.
And let's get it so that y'all can still see this too. Enter. Okay, move my map around just a wee bit for you guys. There we go.
Don't forget to look for traps,
All right.
Peleus.
Roll me a perception check. Peleus, now that you've been given the instruction to do so.
$11.
All right.
Fine. Let's
With
go.
Yeah, no problems. You don't hear anything. It just sounds like the rustling of wind through the hedge branches and leaves. Oh, sorry. And now you come to another fork.
I wonder if Hut
Continue north.
has already found
Yeah,
his
go
way into
north.
the maze. Hut! Hut, where are you, darling?
And from a distance, you hear not much at all because of an 11 on your perception check. Let's see
Still, this
here.
idiot's
As you
hollering behind me.
now, you've got a
Space
choice again. You could
that's
turn
also-
right or you can go north.
I will roll a dirty
What's
20 on my perception check when I
Oh,
scroll
okay.
for Hut.
So what you will hear is at the end of that is a little bit of an onion. The rustling of the wind through the leaves. You actually notice kind of has this lovely little rhythmic feel to it, as it kind of just pushes through and over top of this hedge maze. And for a brief moment, the rhythm is interrupted by something that sounds more like a shake as opposed to a wind pushing through it, like something is shaking up in one of the hedges. And you hear it kind of north and east of you.
Hear that? Because that way. And I point to the north.
All right. So, Peleus, following the instructions, you continue to carry on north. Let's see here. And see here. How do I want to do that? Give me one moment here.
Yeah, I see the
You
exit
hear
yet?
from around. you hear it from a little bit to your right, Peleus. That's far enough.
It's there.
I think there's something round the corner from it. I'm going to try and whisper to the others.
Go on, mighty.
What are you
Peleus?
doing in my hedges? You haven't seen anything yet, but you hear a voice from kind of like around the corner in this hedge wall.
I'm going to use my thaumaturgy. Is it thaumaturgy? I think
It is
To
thaumaturgy.
to
Why?
deepen my voice. Yeah, it's thaumaturgy.
And what are you doing with it exactly? Sorry.
My voice boomed up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute.
Okay. And what are you saying?
Your hedges? These are our hedges. How dare you?
It takes no effort at all, and suddenly it seems as though all of the lights go out. You guys cannot see anything at all.
Can I not see
So
anything?
it's nighttime.
You can't see anything. None of you can. Unless you
Anything
have
lights?
some sort of feature that deals with magical darkness. And then we're going to roll initiative.
Oh my god. I'm not finding character sheet. I might have something to help.
Alright. And let's see here. Let's get some initiative rolls going. Let's do it. And alrighty. Oh man. I am dropping frames like there's no tomorrow right now. I'm freezing right on up.
Magical
Let's see if I can
darkness.
solve that by.
I'm going to give myself an initiative on this
Oof.
initiative check. Did I say initiative on the initiative check? Advantage on the initiative check.
Alright.
Vigilant blessing, Windy.
Alright. Let's see here.
Right, where's my initiative?
Yeah, you could probably. Okay.
14.
And let's see here.
Also 14.
Wow, that is brutal. My frames are just ugly and I don't know why. I'm just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Sorry, guys. Hopefully it clears itself up here shortly, guys. Let's see here. What is taking up all of my energy? Let's see here. Oh, nothing is really, so I don't know why it's... My internet connection must be really, really sketchy, and that's all there is to it. So hopefully it cleans itself up here shortly. In any case, I think we have all of our initiatives done here now, so let's get our initiative tracker up, shall we? Bing, ding. Oh, you guys must not have clicked... Oh, you couldn't have clicked on your tokens, so I will have to add you in. Let's get... And thankfully your names aren't ridiculously long, so I can do this relatively quickly. And VO. Okay. And so Peleus was 14.
Yeah.
And VO is a 7.06. And Red, have you rolled your initiative yet? 14, right there. Got it. All right. Got it. Who's got the higher dex? Peleus or Wet?
My dex is pretty bad.
My
8.
bet is 10.
10. Okay, so it's going to end up being Wet in front
Yeah.
of Dak. All right, cool.
I've only got a good armor class because of my good armor. It's not to do anything with my physique or anything.
All righty. And with you guys being in darkness, you guys can't see it, so this comes at advantage. There's going to be. We got to get some better music on for this. Let's switch this up. Let's get some proper things going. We're going for a attack on Vo first. Vo from seemingly from behind. It feels like this attack is coming, and yeah, there we go. So does a 19 hit?
Most definitely.
You take a little bit of now. Yeah, your rage is no longer up, so
Yep.
you're gonna take 6 points of piercing plus 12 points of necrotic damage. I'm actually gonna do a quick adjustment here too. There we go. Yeah, so you take like 18 points of damage right out of the gate.
Ow!
And that's its turn. Brings us now to. Oh, that's really weird. Give me 1 second here, guys. I had something funky happen. All right, so that will bring us, however, now to. There we go. There we go. That now brings us to Wet. You're kind of sandwiched up between these two people, and everything went dark, and you could hear Vios shout out in pain.
Happening!
What are you gonna
As
do?
I cast invisibility on myself,
Ah, okay.
and with my hands out, I walk through the dark, trying to find my way out.
Okay. Directionality towards Peleus or towards Vio?
Did I hear Peleus shout out?
Peleus hasn't shouted out yet.
Just back the way that I came from.
All right. So as you do so, you kind of push your way past Vio, and you take a couple steps away from Vio and bump into another person. It's not a lot of space to work with in here.
I feel his face.
Okay. In the heat of battle and the energy of coming through this, you're going to try and feel his face. So this would be a perception check or an insight check. I'll let you
I'm
choose.
just walking like this, so probably if I walk towards somebody, I will just like slap him in the face by accident.
Yeah, okay, I'll go for that then. As you slap him in the face, the nose feels particularly long.
Sure, that's his nose.
Not Peleus long? Or?
Not Peleus long. Like, how can I best describe it? It almost feels long enough to be the size of somebody's chin.
Okay, right away.
Like Jay Leno chin. Think.
Right away, I will stand a little bit like this because I'm invisible, hoping the other thing I do not see in the complete darkness does not see me.
All right. That will be your turn?
Wait. Oh no, wait. No. I cannot see. So. Go ahead.
All right. That brings us now to Peleus. It is your turn. The lights went out. And you know something was talking at you.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Ah.
Just to be clear, we're in magical darkness, right?
You
Or
are
are
in
we
magical
just-
darkness, yes.
Yeah, we're not just.
This
It's
is
not just.
magical light.
It's not just candles went out and we're in the dark.
That's correct. This is full on magical darkness. Okay, everybody roll a dexterity saving throw for me. I'll have to do the same. And the DC is 13, so Wet, you suddenly start to feel something kind of cling to your skin. Little flecks of something or other. So do all of you guys feel this, although you can't see it. Yeah, you can't see it.
Why are you just countering
Um,
my spell? Sure.
So now the invisibleness of Wet is now wreathed in currently magical darkness, but also something else. So,
I'm seen
Peleus,
once
anything else
more.
on your turn?
That's enough, isn't it?
All right, then.
That was an action, wasn't it? To
That
cast
brings.
the spell.
It was an action, yep. All right,
Do
that.
we see the other one from it?
You don't see anything else from it. Their dex saves were particularly high, but you're also still in magical darkness. So that brings us now to Vio. Vio, what are you going to do on this turn?
Ah, ah. Vio would like to use magic awareness
Okay.
for her action.
Okay.
Do I
You don't
feel
sense
anything?
anything new aside from you can now detect the location of the illusory spell. Actually, is illusion invisibility? Is it illusion spell? Abjuration, something like that. You notice the invisibility spell of Wet, and you also notice everything, the hedges around you seems to be colored heavily in some form of um, detection thing, a guidance kind of thing with these with the fairy fire. But you don't notice anything else.
Evocation.
Okay.
Whatever's hitting you is not magical. Oh, you see the magical darkness. You do see the magical darkness as well, and you can see that it's basically centered right around Peleus, and that noticing where Wet is, they're probably not that far away from the edge of it.
Since Vio can't really distinguish what's what, she will bonus action rage and run towards um, the light. No, run towards north at full speed.
All right. Running towards north, you kind of push past Peleus to do so, and run into a hedge, and so immediately start kind of feeling which way you could go. Potentially, you can go right. Roll for me a perception check as you're trying to feel your way through this place.
Okay. Perception. Perception.
All right, let's see here. And I need to be on the proper layer here too. So it is. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Cool. So there we go. Got it. So with your perception check of an 18, now you are choosing to bonus action rage while you're doing this. Is that what that wild surge is for? Okay.
Oh yeah, I bonus action rage before I run.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you do with an 18, you do sense that there is as you're making your way down through here, there is a creature to your right just before you're still in the darkness, but you hear the breathing of somebody as something is immediately beside you. You can still run past it if you want. But
No,
you
I'm
get the
gonna
sense
stop
that
when I
it's
felt that.
okay. So you have now stopped in your magical darkness and felt and opened up your magical awareness. That's your action. That's your bonus action. All right, that probably covers your turn then. Hey.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yes, that's end of
That's all
turn.
right. And it is my turn. And because you stopped beside this person, they're going to attack you, not just once, but twice. Does a 14 hit?
Yes, but whenever a creature hits Via with an attack roll, because of her rage, that creature takes 1d6 force damage.
All right, so
Because of the wild
um,
surge.
you are going to take 3, because it's actually 7 halved, 3 points of slashing damage, and 9 points of necrotic damage. So it's another 12 points of damage. You've now taken so far 30 points of damage in this combat. Go ahead and roll your d6 to see how much my guy gets hurt. 5. Decent roll. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to have happen. Let's go like this. There we go. 2. There we go. Okay, so he's taking, my duder here is taking 5 points of damage, and you hear, and he hits back at you. All right. That is one attack, though. He gets another. So let's give him the other attack. Ooh, that looks like a big number again. As a 13 hit.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're raging, so it's 9 halves to 4 points of slashing damage, but you take all 8 of the necrotic damage. So that's another 12 points of damage. So you're now up to 42 points of total damage so far this turn, or this combat.
Mm-hmm.
How many is your hit points?
3.
Okay, that's going to bring us now to the top of the initiative with the person who's beside Wet and is attacking Wet with the dagger. Wet does a 14 hit. Shield up. All right. So with that
AC
shield
15.
up,
AC 15, I mean.
okay, perfect. So that means that they do not hit and just kind of glances off your magical shield instead. And you hear this one kind of more of a snort coming back at you as you have forced them to miss you. It is now your turn.
I am visible again from the fairy fire. It is pointless to hold that concentration, so I will start blurring instead.
Gotcha. Okay, so
As you now
blurring,
need to,
nice.
as you now need, my body starts to blur and shift and waver, so that other people don't know how to properly hit me.
Nice.
Disadvantage, so protect rolls against me.
And we see Ire Janasi in the chat right now. Ire Janasi is the person who helped us top ourselves up on this campaign. So,
Things up. Applause.
big applause. Yep. Thank you very much again, Ire Janasi. This is our last one with it. What else are you doing on your turn? Because that's just your action so far there, right?
I will run away from it.
All right.
Towards the what is it? Towards the sound of Peleus.
All right. So running back into the magical darkness you go, blurring all the way. You weren't outside the darkness. Peleus was kind of the central point-ish of it.
Okay.
Sure.
At least away from that creature, towards Peleus.
That is indeed. Now they're going to take attack of opportunity,
Yeah,
which will take up their reaction, but it's at disadvantage. Oh, they're both decent sized.
Still hits.
Oh, 19.
Did not miss today.
So he this time kind of getting used to this, and your shield.
It'll down me.
It'll down you. All right. So running away, Wet falls. Pardon me. Pardon me. All right. So, oh, that blurred me. It'll fix it in a sec. All right. So Wet, you are now fallen. And that brings us to Peleus. You hear the what do you sound like when you fall, Wet? Peleus, it's your turn.
I didn't hear a word of that. Oh no.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Bloody hell. Sorry.
Oh, I gotta roll a con save for my dude. Oh yeah, he's fine. So you felt Vio push past you. You hear the yelp, basically from Wet behind you. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary upon myself.
Okay,
There's the blow.
and that's a bonus action, which is good.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. And then I'm gonna try and find Wet and stop him from bleeding.
All right, so you feel your way back towards Wet, and you do feel kind of down. You do feel something brush up against your foot as you kind of backtrack a little bit towards him.
Can I use Spare the Dying as well in the same round as casting that bonus spell?
Spare the dying, you can, yes, because it is a cantrip.
I'll use that on Wet.
All right. So Wet, you do not need to do any. You are fully death saving throwed. If you want, you can roll a d4 to see how long it's going to be before you wake up.
I will.
All right. So he is no longer going to be dying and will wake up in 2 hours. Okay. So
Brilliant.
anything else on your turn, Peleus?
No, just pleading with these creatures. Stop the violence. We've done you no harm.
All right. That brings us to Vio. Vio, you're feeling pretty hurt, but you're also right beside something, and you're raging.
Yep. Yeah. How many times did I roll the d6 a while ago?
You only rolled it the once,
And
he's only.
Can
You've
I-
also only been hit the one. Oh no, you could hit it again. You could roll it again.
okay.
Another 5 points. So he keeps on hissing back at you, but he doesn't seem to be backing away. So it is your turn. What are you gonna do?
It hurts. I would like. Avia would like to use her action to try and attack it. Whatever.
All right.
Creature.
Okay, go ahead and roll. It's with disadvantage
Mm-hmm.
because you can't see it.
Yep.
18 hits.
18.
Nice.
Nice. It will be for 9.
9 points of damage.
And plus 2. What's that? Rage damage. Sorry. I forgot to
So
turn
it's
that
11
on.
points of damage then, is that right?
Yep.
Okay, 11 points of damage. You feel your scimitar slash across the arm straight down. It's whatever it is definitely bipedal and humanoid. You can feel like the same kind of feel as you kind of split the shoulder a little bit. He's hurt, but he's not down.
Okay, then I would like to use my. Via would like to use. What's that skill again? Bonus action to use Misty Step.
Ah, nice.
And
Okay, which
teleport
direction are you
30
misstepping?
I will continue on the previous direction that Vio was running towards to.
Okay, 30 feet, 5, 10, 15. 25, 30. As you... Alright. I gotta put you into the map because you can see now. Let's see here. Let's get you back in the map. And... let's see here. There we go. So you bamf yourself to some unknown location in this hedge maze. You have no idea where everybody else is because all you see around you are hedges.
Not
And
a good idea,
that...
but that will be end of
I'm
my
gonna...
turn.
Alright. Let's see here. Let's bring it in so that everybody else in the stream can also see it. Bing. Boof. And... let's interact with this thing so I can put it where y'all can see the things. There we go. That'll do the trick quite nicely right there. Okay, so that brings us then to my creature, who you just bamfed away from, and so it's like now it's got to try and find itself a new target. I'm gonna see here. I have to put this to the back so I can see things. There we go. All right, so he's gonna step out. He's looking hurt though, but he's gonna come up behind Peleus and is gonna make 2 attacks on you, Peleus. First attack.
Gonna make a wisdom saving throw to attack me because I got sanctuary up.
That's right. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Let's get that up there then.
So it says on a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay. Well, he fails his wisdom saving throw badly, but there's nobody else immediately around him to attack, so he attacks the hedge. And just shakes his head, tries at you again. Same saving, like exact same roll on the wisdom saving throw. And so, as a result, he went for one hedge, shakes his head, goes back again on the other side, hits the other hedge, and just hisses at you. That ends its turn, but that does bring me to the one that was closer to Wet. He steps up over Wet's body and goes at you. Wisdom saving throw for him. This is clutch, honestly. And with a 3, misses. Also swings with this time with a dagger backhand and just whips past you and stabs one of the hedge trunks beside you. Just like that was a clutch play. Wet is unconscious still though, so but doesn't have to do saving throws. So unfortunately, that's your turn. So this brings us to Peleus right now.
I'm going to have to cast a sleep spell. I'm going to ramp it up to the next highest level.
All right.
Ramping it up to 2nd level, I think. If I can find it. Here it is. Number 2. Level 2.
Okay.
24 hit points, I think.
24 hit points. That's enough. All right, let's see here. I need a proper thing for this. Hang on a sec. There we go. And you hear just this little flump behind you as the darkness completely dissipates.
Oh, brilliant.
And you are now able to see everything once again around you. You see underneath one of these creatures, as he kind of falls asleep, he falls and kind of rolls off of Wet's body. You are left standing in this corridor with 2 sleeping, dark, gray-skinned, dark-cloaked, sallow-eyed creatures, humanoid, long spindly arms and almost and quadruple knuckled fingers, just snoring away. The one behind you that was attacking you from the direction that you were going was it is very bloodied. You can see a massive gash down his torso. You don't see Vio, and we are
Theo,
now actually out of initiative.
I'm going to tie these things up if I can. Get a rope out.
For okie doke. For
Calling
just
for Vio.
you have a minute to do that, so I'm going to say you have no problems with doing so. Vio, what are you doing in this time?
Wondering.
All right. Give me a
guess.
Theo! Theo! Theo!
Guys, where are ya?
So following each other's
Can
voices,
we-
you're able to kind of get to about here, Vio, before you realize, okay, they're on the other side of this hedge.
Can Vio climb up, or I don't know.
Well, Vio, last
Kool-Aid
time,
Man.
when even just to get into the maze, you just hacked your way into the maze. So you get the sense you could probably hack your way through this hedge wall if you really wanted to.
Yes, I'm going to Kool-Aid Man this wall.
All right, so as Kool-Aid Man, sure, I was going to go for the Homer Simpson through the hedge look, but that's okay. As you pull yourself back in through, you can now see the blood pool of where you were last standing, and make your way around the corner, following Peleus's voice, to see that he's now tied up two creatures beside you. Your rage is down because you had nothing else to attack.
Yep.
But these guys are tied up and it's taking you about a minute to get to this point where the sleep spell wears off. You guys gonna leave now? Peleus, when you see Vio come around the corner, Vio looks sallowed and sickly. The blood that you were expecting has this black tincture to it. Same thing with the wounds on Wet. This blackness to the blood that was pouring out of Wet's wounds.
Since Vio got hurt so badly, and she saw that Wet is lying down, Vio is gonna offer to use the ointment. What's the name of that ointment again?
The Kyotome's ointment?
Yes, sir.
Nice. I gotta remind myself how that looks.
She offers it to Peleus that, Peleus, maybe you can use this. Try to heal Wet and me, I guess.
Okay, so Kyotome's ointment. How many uses do you have of that left?
3. I had 4
3.
initially.
Okay, so you got, and they give, as you apply it. So who are you going to apply this tincture to? And how many times?
I guess Wet and me.
Okay, so roll a 2d8, and let's add 2 to it.
Okay.
Start with your 2d8. There it is. So that one to who? To you or to Wet?
To Wet.
Okay, so Wet. Consciousness is breathed back into you as you feel, and as you do so, you feel this strange paste kind of smeared across your forehead.
What is this?
Smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. Tastes like Vicks Vapor Rub.
Oh my god. Vapor rubbed me back to life. Oh, thank you.
13.
How many hit points? 2?
13 hit points
13?
back.
Nice.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that again for yourself, Vio. Oh, yeah. Unless you roll like that, at which point it's only 5 hit points for Vio. You got one more use if you
Okay.
want, Vio.
Um, I
As
think
you do
Vio would
so,
suggest a short rest.
yeah, as you do so, the one. How have you tied them up, Peleus? What exactly have you tied them up with, and how?
I think I've got a rope. I might not have had one.
Okay. Are you gonna tie them up together then with the same rope?
I do have a silk rope, yeah. I have to cut it. Tie the hands behind the back
Okay.
and the feet together.
So, all right. As Vio is applying this ointment to herself, getting just a little bit of health back, not much. One of them starts to wake up. And looks up at you guys. Son of a! Let me out! And the other one starts to wake up as well and just kind of does more of a moan. Is it? Yes, that's cool.
Enjoy your sleep, boys.
And which how did the creatures look again? Did you say?
Well, the one that just has the more hissy voice is looking really badly hurt, bloodied all over the place. The one that was
No, but then
kind of
what
behind you and coming at you from behind is smaller, but does not look like it's hurt at all. Just
what
tied up.
kind of creatures?
They look like humanoid, elongated arms, gray, sallowed skin, sunken eyes, quadra-knuckled. They have 4 knuckles instead of the typical 3, and dark cloak. They do not seem to be native to Noxtern.
Okay. You see my hand chilling up, and like ice cold fumes are coming from it as I hold it close to its face. Tell us where the exit is, or I will freeze your face off.
Okay. If you're leaving, yeah.
They'll walk.
Wait, what? Maybe they know where's the unicorn.
No, that's our unicorn.
Wait, I forgot we were coming here for the unicorn. Tell us where the unicorn is. Totally forgot why we're here.
Interrogation is not
Yeah.
going well. Is it?
Where's the unicorn?
No.
Take us to it now.
You can't
It
have
doesn't?
it.
Okay, then there's 2 of them, right? The one that says you
Yeah.
cannot have it, I will put my ice cold hand into his face as his chill touch.
Oh, okay.
8 necrotic damage.
Oh. Hang on a sec. Must do the looking.
Bloody hell.
Face starts to melt.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he just takes it. He takes the no, did not. And the other one speaks up, says, "Why do you want it? Stop it! Why do you want it?" You're actually
Because a little-
really hurting this one.
Because a little girl wishes it. I stop hurting the guy and I throw him on the ground. Where is it?
The other one says, "Let us go, and we will show you."
No. Show us first, then we will let you go.
He is.
Do we know what sort of creatures they are?
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Oh, it's not brilliant. 10.
Yeah, no. They almost look fey, but that's about as much as you can get from them. That they're definitely not of this world. They look sick and ugly, and they definitely look like the angular features of potentially the Feywild.
We know they're
As you're
definitely.
trying to discern this, you could see the one that's actually most hurt. He kind of on the ground is trying to pull his arms underneath his butt and try to tuck his legs in, and he's looking like he's kind of cradling himself with his tied back hands.
I'm gonna give him a quick
DM,
stiff
does
boot
Vio
up the
sees
arse.
Quick boot in the ass. And what were you saying there, Vio?
that? Did Vio notice what the creature was doing?
Oh yeah, definitely. I rolled a 13. You definitely noticed.
Well, Pelios already kicked him, so I kick as well. Non-lethally.
All right, 2 kicks.
Fuck.
He kind of stops there and says, "Look, the unicorn is ours. We use it."
No, it's not. It needs to be free.
What the nasty, horrible little creatures like you want with a unicorn?
We want it peas. It peas healing. I could sell it.
No. We will take it from you or we will kill you. And my hand starts to light up, starts to smoke again.
Oh,
This
okay,
time-
okay. You can have all the unicorn pea you want. You can have it all. Just
Wait, unicorn pea? You're drinking the pea.
no, you'll use it.
Disgusting.
It's
Do what? My god. Ugh.
it's part of a recipe.
For what?
Yellow snow.
Healing. What's snow?
You make healing potions from unicorn pea.
We can distill it. Yes.
Insight check, I guess.
Go for it. Roll.
Good point. Good point.
No different from using bat pee, I suppose.
Well, DM, for
Yeah.
Vio to initiate an insight check, would the hermit background help with that? You know,
Not on this
just to
one.
give
No.
her- Okay.
No, not on this one.
Make a good roll.
Insight.
All right, let's see it.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've never actually really known what goes into a healing potion. You totally believe them.
Oh, so you drink a pea. I thought you were going to smear it on your skin like a lotion.
Oh, no. Just get the
And it
animal
looks
to
at you absolutely disgusted, which is saying something. Just, he goes for one more escape attempt. And as he does, he rolls. Oh, yeah, nice 23.
Shoot.
He
As
rolls
soon as I
away
shoot
from
it, I
you as
will-
well.
I will shoot an frostbite towards him, the one I was holding in my hand, the big snowball.
All right. Roll your attack.
DC check.
Frostbite. Right. DC. Dexterity
Constitution
saving
save.
throw. He's now freed.
Constitution.
so he's no-
Constitution.
Oh, con save. Con save. I'll do it on here. Con save coming up. No. Heck to the no. Fail. Hardcore. 6 points. And as you do it, as he's rolling backwards, you smack him, and he just kind of, in mid backwards somersault, opens his whole body, just kind of opens up and just goes face down on the ground, and he's out. And the other one behind
Aw.
you, the one that you
Escaping
had
from
all,
us.
Yeah, the other one that you had already used your chill touch on. In the back is okay.
Take us to
Yeah,
the
you can have it.
unicorn.
No,
I
you can
untie
have it
him.
now.
I
Vio
untie him.
pokes the dead guy. Are you alive? While poking the dead guy. Oh, the knockout
No response.
creature.
Every time you poke him, what are you poking him with?
Just my finger. You know the
Okay.
that anime scene. Are you alive?
Just remember
Nope.
your
No
friend.
response.
Give him a slap.
Don't try to run.
No. No, you. No.
Give him a
And
slap.
just
Vio.
starts. Say again?
Just saying, give him a slap, Vio.
Oh, sure. I'll try to wake him up with a slap.
Okay. You slap him. He fails a saving throw.
Oh no!
He's out. Yeah, so you can either carry him with you, or you can leave him.
I'll carry him. Avio feels bad about slapping him.
All right. Okay, success. Not success. As you guys, okay, so here we go. As you guys start kind of making your way through the maze, and I'm just going to say for the sake of discussion, because you now have yourselves a guide, he's going to walk you comfortably through the maze, knowing very well exactly where he's going. With Peleus holding him by the Wet holding him by the tied up hands behind him, kind of taking it, leading it, mushing like you're skijoring with this creature through this maze. And eventually, you guys are opened up to this, to what seems to be like the center point of this hedge maze, this very large, expansive garden with very seemingly well manicured trees in perfect shapes, perfect ball shapes, bright colored fruits on them. You see the grass is somewhat long, and in some places actually grazed down, different than being lawn mowed by a long shot, but grazed down in some spots. You do see that there's this a small lake, kind of like a community lake, really not an actual lake, like a man-made kind of thing, instead, and it's just surrounded by all sorts of birds chirping and tweeting in the area. Beautiful, lovely garden. No place to sit in it, and the creature looks back, kind of stops you guys here at the end. He says, "This time of day, it's over there in the corner. If you get some pee, can I have it?" And on your way in, by the way, the creature that you're hovering over, or that you've got slung across your shoulder, Vio, kind of comes back to consciousness, actually, because I rolled a nat 20, which means he comes back awake with 1 hit point, and just starts squirming for a little bit, realizes where they are, and then just droops and hangs instead. So you're currently wearing a darkling shawl, after a fashion. But you guys now are in that center garden.
Mhm.
Can we see the unicorn anywhere?
Roll perception check.
Do we have eyes on the unicorn, anybody?
Well,
One day I might roll a decent one.
All right. Well, with a 13, you get a pretty good understanding as the general layout of this garden. And as he kind of as this darkling creature gestures to you, kind of giving you an indication of where they expect to see the unicorn, head hanging low, you kind of look to that corner, and you see kind of a little thicket that seems like it might make sense for a creature, any kind of creature, any ungulate, to be hiding in and making themselves peaceful in.
Hey guys, I think we should check
Yeah.
over there. There's an ungulate.
Okay.
And so leading
Mr. or
through.
Mrs. Unicorn.
All right. With that one, roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh no.
Make it a good one.
All right.
Oh, nice.
18. Pretty good. As you guys approach the thicket, what are you guys doing with the darklings?
One is dead, right?
Oh,
One
I'm
is
carrying
actually,
it.
yeah, he actually came back to consciousness. I rolled a nat 20, so he got a 1 hit point back on his death saving throws, but he's just letting himself hang on Vio's shoulders right now. You've disarmed them,
We'll
so
just put him
they
tied
don't-
up in the corner.
Okay. And so you
Sure,
guys go to
of
approach
use
the
later.
thicket without your darklings. And as you approach the thicket, you definitely have to kind of push through. And Vio, very calmly calling out to it, Mr. and Mrs. Unicorn, kind of reaching through the brambles to kind of look and see inside. About 15 feet past the slightly thorny branch, kind of scratchy branches that are blocking you from the inside of this thicket, you do see about 15 feet in a white shape just kind of bedded down in this thicket. So you kind of try to push your way into the thicket, finding a little bit of a space to do so, and finally getting a good look at it. You're about 10 feet away from it when it suddenly stands up and gets on all fours and looks to you. And you hear, sorry, give me 1 second here. I want to get this exactly right for you guys. Do any of you guys speak Sylvan?
Vio
Yeah.
does.
Vio
Not me.
does. Awesome.
No.
Okay. Come on. Here we go. You hear inside
Primordial
your own
currency.
head. All three of you, those of you who don't speak Sylvan, don't understand what's being said. But Vio, you hear, back away if you're with those evil beings.
Hey, that's very rude. No way to talk about your priest.
Only Vio can understand.
Right?
All right.
So Vio,
Well,
you hear this in your mind.
Vio approaches.
Sorry, hang on 1 sec. Hey. Okay, so Vio, what do you say?
Well, Vio says to the unicorn, well, we're not with them. They're not with us. Can we approach you? In Sylvan.
Nitz kind of steps out of kind of around a little bit of bramble, and so you can finally get a good clear view of it. And you do see this fairly tall, I'd say 7 feet to the brow of this creature, white unicorn, slender, clean, and kind of paws the ground at you a little bit, and tries a different language. Do you guys speak Elvish?
Yeah, I do. I speak Elvish.
Wet,
Nope.
do you speak Elvish? Okay, well, he's going to try Elvish anyway, and speaks out in Elvish this time, saying, "What would you have of me?"
I've got a proposition for you.
ACB.
There's a sanctuary nearby where we've been helping creatures such as yourself in need of shall we say, a boost up in life. A nice place to sort of live for a bit, to settle down in and be cared for. There's a little girl there who's she's not very well, She's an expert healer and all-round spiritual person who can help. If we can provide it where you can move in there, get away from these nasty sort of like evil creatures in this hedgerow maze.
And what would you do with these creatures?
Well, what do you want me to do? We can get rid of them if you want. You know, they can go like missing, so to speak. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Well, they should not be here any longer. They've made my life miserable. Sequestered me to this agreeable garden.
Can we ask a personal question?
Aren't they all personal?
Have they been taking your pee?
Yes. And it is most off-putting.
Disgusting, horrible little creatures. I knew it the moment I set eyes on them. They got a hint of goblin about.
They won't stop. They think I'm valuable. They won't stop.
Well, we got this sanctuary. We can house you there. You'll be safe there. It's guarded by a ranger and all sorts of people. We're guardians of it as well. We're pretty handy enough.
All right, roll persuasion check with advantage.
I can't remember how to turn an advantage on or not.
Just roll it twice if you need to. No big deal.
He's got the always roll advantage thing on. Persuasion.
Perfect. Persuasion, yep.
20.
Nice, dirty 20. Yeah. He looks to you and says, I need new food.
Food.
I find your proposition agreeable. What is in it for you?
We just get to see the natural order restored in this valley, in this kingdom. Everything in its rightful place. We've got a dragon as well. We helped. He understands where his rightful place is now. I've had a chat with it. Just like to see the natural order restored. And the will of the goddess.
Well, whichever goddess you serve, she seems to be of the right mindset. I accept.
She is. We shall give her thanks. We shall have a meal in her praise this evening.
Indeed. And as you guys... Now you guys need to exit the hedge maze. So, coming out of the thicket, she kind of follows in behind, steps out of the hedge maze, gives this little bit of a whinny and a shake as she kind of exits out of the thicket in the brambles, and sees your two tied up compatriots in the corner. Actually, let's find out one second, because you left them alone. Or were you with them?
We left them in a corner.
Okay.
Invisible sight, I assume.
Invisible sight. Let's see if they choose to escape again. Yeah, no, they can't escape. Good enough. So, yeah, you guys go walk past them in the corner of the garden, and